Lucas.
Friends. Teddy bear.
An evil heart. Weird games or moving RPGs. Mother 3. What the fuck happened?
Hoi!
Wrong game, guys. Hello everyone, welcome to Kick It. This week we look at FreezeMe, Nightcry, and the former First Feline. Has Road Redemption abandoned the Wii U? With months of no updates and the last preview build in January, Road Redemption posted an update this past week with no mention of the Wii U version. However, they did mention a PS4 and Xbox One version, two versions that were never brought up in the original pitch. The devs reached out and said that a Wii U version hasn't been abandoned, but, quote, due to the current complexity of the game and the weak hardware of the Wii U, it would take a tremendous amount of optimization to make it happen. After backlash, the devs had to reconfirm that it's easier to optimize our PC version of Road Redemption for Xbox One and PS4. We benefit from each of those optimizations as we make further optimizations for Wii U. Our goal is for Wii U owners to have the exact same experience as their PS4 and Xbox One brethren. That is all we're trying to say, and I apologize if it came off as unclear. So even though you promoted the Wii U version front and center as a main part of the pitch, you are now talking about versions that weren't even planned. And furthermore, weak hardware? You're using Unity! So the Wii U can handle this, this, and this, but they can't handle this? The Wii U version wasn't a stretch goal. It was a main part of the pitch. Myself and many other people backed this project for that version. And now you're taking the funding and shifting to PS4 and Xbox One. And I can guess that 360 version is basically non-existent. So now I feel ripped and pissed off. On to happier news, failed Kickstarter project FreezeMe kept marching on as made to the Wii U eShop, and Ray Knight Creations, the developer, gladly gave me a review copy to look at. I've already touched before about the game's story, of which the main character R has her friend kidnapped, and using a magic camera to freeze objects. The game definitely has an old school look to its design. We decided to use the Wiimote nunchuck to play, and honestly, it worked great. The point functionality allows us to easily freeze objects. The platforming has also been fine-tuned. Mostly. But my only gripe is because the nunchuck only has one stick, controlling the camera can become a chore using the Wiimote's D-pad. We played through 2 worlds and a bonus stage, and it definitely had that old-style Mario 64-like gameplay. It was especially nice to have these arrows point to where that level's cube was. Although I found the first world's boss battle to be sort of broken. R's main attack seems to be a jump kick, which caused her to get burned by these fiery things. This is why Mario starts with punches, then a kick. I found it easier just to have them follow me into the boss and explode. But for a game essentially developed by such a small studio, I am impressed they were able to get it finished even after their Kickstarter fell short. The game is available on Steam and the eShop worldwide. So this is a surprise. Just weeks after its alpha release, Nightcry has had its official release. We basically start just like the alpha, with Monica wandering through the ship, some loser getting swallowed into a vending machine, Scissor Man emerging, and her hiding in a closet. Afterwards, we need to get back up to the higher floor, but the lift isn't working, so we need to fix it. This is where my issues lie with the point-and-click aspect. The game will only let you go down a very specific path. You need to pick up the dead guy's phone, actually check the fuse box, wait for a call from his wife telling you about his suitcase, and figuring out his code. All this while the Scissor Man is just waiting to strike at any moment. Much like Clock Tower, your only chance is to run and hide, or find an object to use. But be warned, not all hiding spots are created equal. Graphically though, the game looks no better than the alpha, with the design looking fairly blocky and downsampled, and Monica's tits and hair still having a mind of its own. Plus, the point-and-click controls seem to make everything feel sluggish at times. However, if you are a fan of the old Clock Tower games, particularly the first two, I would suggest giving it a go. Nightcry is available on Steam for $25, with a planned port for Vita. Before we go, here's something. Back in the 90s when Bill Clinton was president, the first family shared the White House with their pet cat, Socks. In 1993, the game studio Real Time Associates set out to create a video game on the famous feline, Socks the Cat in Rocks the Hill, but was ultimately cancelled. However, a prototype of the game was sold to a collector a few years ago, who has since been sold to a man called Tom Curtin, who has acquired the rights and plans to release the game here on Kickstarter. The Clinton family actually don't own the rights to Socks. In 2001, when they left the White House, Socks was given to Bill's secretary, Betty Currie, where he passed away in 2009. It may be interesting to see this platformer released just for the novelty, and it will definitely help my new planned Kickstarter project, Bo and Sonny vs. Zombies.